I'm Niveditha.indrajit, and I'm in conversation with Harpreet.
Hi, Niveditha.
Hi. Thank you for agreeing to have a conversation with me. I'd
Thank you
like
for
to know
having me
more
here.
about you. I'd like to know more about Bani's brother also. I didn't know that she had a brother. And then, and when I have seen you in the group, like with the BAS facilitator group, and it's like, I admire the way you go about things, and there is that gentle, nurturing part of you. So I'd like to
Thank you.
know how Harry was when he was a kid. What
Uh,
did he do?
well, I was kind of a very, what do you say, a very easygoing chap and laid back, not getting into fist fights with anyone. Used
Okay.
to love reading things, kind of researching things, more in tune with the nature.
Hmm.
And that had been like keeping me on a very easy note throughout my
Okay.
childhood. Then I came in touch with a lot of this thing, energy healing modalities. Then I came up with, my parents were, I think, doing that thing, and they said, "Why don't you also come in?" I said, I don't know. And they probably talked with the senior facilitator who was there,
Hmm.
and that person said that, "Why don't you bring him along?"
Okay.
And there on my journey with the healing part or the energy healing started.
Okay. So, how long since you've been with Axis?
Um, Probably it's been about 6 or 7 years, I guess,
Okay.
practicing Access.
Okay. And what else did you do before that?
A whole gamut of modalities. But my favorites have been Reiki, clinical hypnotherapy, and angel therapy, connecting with the
Okay.
angels.
Okay. And what do you say to people who have this innate nature to be in communion with nature, and they are looked at upon as like weird, or what are you doing with your life, or and then there is this whole thing that is happening with them, and there is no precedence, like we don't have a school that says, okay, you can go to the wizard school, right?
Well, there are some wizard schools in UK, I think,
Okay.
and it's actually the choice of the person who what they want to do, and it's okay what the other people say. Let them be what they are, and you be what they are. If you're going to be in communion with the nature, you also should be looking at the communion with the people around you.
Mm.
I don't say it's like one thing, one magic stuff, but if you make that choice, yes, you'll be getting to it. But it's your own choice.
Right. And like if people were to contact you for work, what is the kind of work that you do?
Well, I have quite a lot of other works as well besides healing modalities.
Mm-hmm.
I have a business in medical equipment as well.
Okay.
So harpreetpasricha.com is one of the ways where people can contact me.
Okay.
That's got my WhatsApp number, my call number, my email address.
Okay.
And if they want to get in touch with some other thing, they have it has my details over there.
Okay. So what I mean, equipment in the sense?
Basically hospital furniture, medical devices like BP apparatus, IV cannulas,
Okay.
these kind of equipment and
And what else
devices.
do you do?
Well,
How's your day like?
it's completely unplanned.
Okay.
I won't say it's a planned one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, whichever calls for the day, like medical work calls for the day, I'll spend some hours for that. The healing thing calls for the day, I'll spend some hours for that. I spend some time for reading. Unfortunately, gyms are closed right now. I started gymming as well, but that's gone off the track.
Okay.
So it completely depends. And sometimes in the evening, I'm with my friends or going out with my family, whatever
What do you
shows up.
like? What do you like the most, Harry? Like, what do you like the most? Okay, it's like this is something I'll do every day, kind of a thing. Is there something like that?
There's something like that, yes, like not leaving yourself behind. The moment you choose to leave yourself behind, you're actually giving the power away for others to get over you. The
Okay.
moment you leave that.
Can you say more?
Okay, many of the people kind of look at creating their life, and some other person comes into their life and says, you can't do this. And some other person, when this some other person comes and says that, you kind of kill that project which you have in your thoughts, but not actually gone through an actualization process yet.
Okay.
If you have that thought, it means that you have that ability to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
The best way is to write down a lot of things, write down whatever the thoughts are coming up as, whatever you want to create. Once you've written that thing, you know this is possible for me to create. You can
Mm.
just look at your diary and just go about, okay, this is okay for this. For example, point number 3, I have money to open a restaurant right now,
Mm.
and you can just go and say, okay, I'll just go and open a restaurant right now. And how do I go about that? You'll look
Okay.
out with the plans and chalk out something, and then create that restaurant into an actual reality for you.
Okay.
Many of the people just like drop their ideas because someone
Mm.
said so.
Okay. It's like it's still in the air. It's not written down somewhere. There's no follow up. There's no. I mean, there is no compulsion to actualize it. It's just that they somehow feel it's beyond. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they somehow feel it's a beyond because they, for example, someone who's earning like 60,000 a month and wants to open a restaurant. Say,
Mm.
I just earn 60,000 a month, but they don't realize if they look at creating some more alternate revenue streams they can add to their life, they can create more money with it,
Right.
and they can actualize the dreams they're looking to create and have it actualized in their life. Many people don't choose that thing.
Right.
They, I mean, the moment the idea comes, they drop it. Why do you
Mm.
want to drop it? If it's come to you, just jot it down, keep it in mind, open the diary. Is now the time to do it? Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. And do you think the kind of thought process, does it go with the kind of environment you've grown in, or is it that uh, it comes naturally, or how do you develop it if you're not been in circumstances like there are some people or some children, like if you look at there are families which are abusive, or there are families which don't have possibilities as something in their world, they just have a lot of limitations, and how does one actually.
Yeah, they can probably use tools. How does it get better than this, and what else is possible? These are fun tools which I've been playing with Access,
Uh-huh.
and it has shown up things in my world in a very different way, and in such ways also that I could never even compute that this can show up in our world. There are places where there are abusive families, dysfunctional families, and people don't realize that they're not only damaging themselves, they can damage the other people who are part of the family.
Mm.
But the one who realizes that this is not working can
Mm.
also have a different reality around their life.
Right.
They can allow the person what they are,
Mm.
at the same time choose something different. When they step up to their potency about choosing something different, they can either leave the family and stay somewhere else.
Yeah.
Probably they can earn or add on some monetary stream to their life that they can like keep these people away from them.
Mm.
It's not throwing them away, but you know whom you like and whom you don't like.
Right.
When you like and dislike someone, it's like you don't have that kind of a hate energy. You
Mm.
have that kind of a perspective. Okay, fine, this is kind of not matching with the thing which I want in my life, but probably you can stay away from me.
Yeah.
If you go with the love and hate somewhere, if you hate someone, that means you love something from their life which is contributing to your life.
Mm.
Many of the people come up and say that they want to be healed,
Mm.
and they actually do not desire the healing because
Right.
some perspective or some aspect of their life is getting what they want in life. For example, like they might have an abusive father,
Mm.
and the parents and the children know that they are getting the money. A wealthy abusive father, and
Okay.
children know they get the money from their father.
Hmm.
The children have a choice to leave the family and start on their own.
Hmm.
Children also can look at taking advantage of it, like let him scream whatever he wants to scream, take the money, get the work starting.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you have to go back and hit someone. It
Right.
doesn't mean you have to kind of scream at someone.
Hmm.
It just means to create a space for yourself, which is gonna create a thriving life for you. There will be abusive people around. Been there,
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
I've
There will be
had
all
a lot
kinds
of
of
people
people
come in.
around,
Yeah,
actually.
I've dealt with quite a lot of people.
Hmm.
Sometimes not easy, sometimes it's so easy that like, okay, I know this person is abusive, so I'm aware of it. How can I use this awareness to my advantage?
Hmm.
There have been cases like I've dealt with certain kind of people before coming into Access. So Access Tools has kind of eased out many things for me. Even in
Hmm.
business, my medical business also, it's eased out quite a lot of things. There have been situations where people would like to come face to face and get into a heated argument.
Hmm.
But suddenly you realize, okay, what tools can you use here to ease the situation and create a greater reality? And probably what I've noticed in from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, you see a greater shift coming up. Someone would say, okay, fine, we can't work out with this, we'll leave. And
Hmm.
after a while, another, probably I'll say, an inquiry comes in and says, we want to work with you.
Hmm.
It's amazing how it's working. And some places people have come and said, okay, why not let's do a joint work? Who was like supplying,
Hmm.
or buying from me?
Hmm.
They say, why not do a collaborative work somewhere else?
Right.
Not, let's take it to a bigger, greater level.
Hmm.
So these kind of things have showed up in my business.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yep.
What are your favorite go-to books?
Money isn't the problem. You are, for the people exactly looking at the money problem, but isn't the problem actually.
Hmm.
And one of my favorite books, which I'm again reading nowadays, is Living Beyond Distraction.
Yes, I am reading it too.
And it's an amazing book. And many people, how they use different kind of situations in their life and kind of hold themselves down.
Hmm.
We're, those things might be coming from this lifetime or any previous lifetimes too.
Right. What's the third one?
Third one, being you.
Oh, that's a
That's
favorite.
another way,
I can
another
read it
favorite one.
anytime. I can open any page and it makes sense for that day.
It does. If you feel like reading this particular book, just go ahead and read it. It might be some access book, or it might be some other book which you like. Probably there might be something in there which can change your life for a greater reality. For example, this is something, an amazing one. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if it's
magic.
coming. Magic, you
Yeah,
already did.
yeah,
This is another amazing one. There are immense number of books which are available that can change your life, but are you truly willing to change your life? If you're committed to it, you'll get to it.
yeah. Thank you, Harry. Thank you for
You're
this
welcome.
thank you for this conversation. And I will take the details of your website and contact details and put them in the description
Sure. Thank you so
of this
much.
video. Thank you.
Thank you.